For those of you just now joining us at home, I am here with Chad Warmington. He's the president of the Oklahoma Oil and Gas Association. We're talking about the future of this industry. You're beefing up your staff right now. I have a lot of questions that I'd like to ask you, to keep on asking, but we had a lot of viewers chime in too, so I want to get them answered for sure. Our first question, one of our viewers, Matt McCarter, wrote in and asked, how does he plan to diversify our energy operations to prevent future crashes?
I think what you've seen over the last 2 years is that as the prices decline, the commodity prices decline, there's been a lot of contraction in the industry, but it's the efficiency that's been gained has been pretty tremendous. Doug Lawler from Chesapeake said 2 years ago, one of the only benefits of a decline is we get better at doing what we're doing, so we get more efficient at doing it. So the economy has diversified in Oklahoma, but the oil and gas industry has also gotten better at doing what they do. So that's how we're able to make money and be productive in this $45 to $50 oil range.
Next question I want to go to. Time Magazine just wrote an article with the title. I know you know exactly where I'm about to go with this. The title was The United States' New Earthquake Capital, Oklahoma. And scientists say that all this seismicity, it can be directly related to fracking. What is your response there, and how do you allay the fears of viewers at home who are hearing, okay, drilling expansion? Yeah. What is that going to mean for all the shaking? Well,
there's really two distinct plays in Oklahoma. So the Mississippi Lime, which is the primary area where the earthquakes are, is a production, a formation that produces a lot of water alongside the oil and natural gas. It's not from the fracking, but it's coming up from the formation where the oil and gas is. In this particular part of Oklahoma, you can produce as much as 20 barrels of oil for 1 barrel of gas and petroleum products. So you have to dispose of that water, and that's what the link is tentatively linked to, is the disposal of that water has triggered the earthquakes. The beauty of the scoop and the stack is don't have that same water cut. It's sometimes 1-to-1, but the water can be reused in the operations, so you don't have those water issues in the scoop and the stack that you do in this other part of the state. So that's a huge change, significantly cost reduction for oil and gas companies, but there's no water, no significant water injection, so therefore we shouldn't have the associated injection-related earthquakes, and that's a really good thing. There's a really distinct difference between the two.
Okay, so you're not seeing an uptick in the future?
Yeah, so exactly. So one of the key elements of the earthquakes is this disposal and Arbuckle formation, and the Arbuckle wells are the key source of this commission's focus. We don't even need Arbuckle wells in that part of the state because there's just not enough water. Okay,
and I know the federal government has denied Oklahoma financial aid when it comes to that 5.0 that we had in Cushing. One of our other viewers, Harold Morris, asked, will your industry accept responsibility and pay restitution to Oklahomans for fracking-induced earthquakes, and what steps are you taking to ensure more quakes don't occur due to fracking? Kind of piggybacking on what we were just talking about.
Sure, I think those are going to be ongoing discussions. Part of the issue is going to be really difficult is you have vast oceans of water underneath this formation. It's going to be really difficult to pinpoint which wells, if any, are specifically related to which companies cause which earthquakes. So I think it's going to have to be an industry-wide, a state solution, and those are conversations I think we're going to have over the next couple of years. What we're going to do to prevent it is we're already doing a really good job, the Corporation Commission that is, and the Oklahoma Geological Survey, of reducing the number of earthquakes in Oklahoma pretty significantly. We're going to have little spikes, unfortunately, like we did in Cushing and Pawnee, but the overall trend is down, and that's a good thing. And then furthermore, when you move out further west, the plays we were talking about earlier, you just don't have those water issues, shouldn't have the associated injection-related quakes, and so it's a different ballgame out there, and it should be very productive with very little earthquake activity that's typically seen in these other plays.
Okay, Chad Warmington with the Oklahoma Oil and Gas Association, thank you so much. We know it's a topic that affects a lot of Oklahomans and the state as a whole too, so we will stay in touch, and we appreciate your time.
You bet.